Today's video is going to be in London again. I'm planning to take you to a tour to Big Ben, probably.
Oh, is this thing free?
Yeah, it's free.
Can I just pop down here? Need something. Need a quick hot chocolate.
You're the guy you scared with Casey NEISTAT, right?
Yeah, that's me.
In New York City.
Welcome to London.
Damola is an amazing filmmaker. He won the Joby competition and the prize was to go to New York City and meet Casey NEISTAT and make video together.
Welcome to the studio.
So many people that you've inspired. Like, I was 13 when you first started making YouTube videos and you made me pick up this camera.
First of all, I want to talk about your videos because I really enjoy your content and I like the way you're editing your videos, the way you color grading, your b-rolls.
Thank you, thank you. I grew up on YouTube, like this whole platform. Like, I've been watching YouTube since I was young as hell. Like Casey, I used to watch it when I was like 13, and then.
Talk to me about that. So you watched Casey when you were 13 years old, and you've been in his studio, in his legendary studio in New York City. How was the feeling being there and making video together?
Yeah, no, a lot of people have asked me about this even since the trip ended, and it's like
Magic!
It definitely kind of feels like a dream at first. It's like, when I first walked in, I was like, what? Like, firstly, it's small. It's a lot smaller than you expect. I feel like I say this all the time, but it's smaller than you think. But then also, it's like...
Big to me.
yeah, but it's... I feel like also he changed it recently. Like,
okay, yeah, he did, yeah.
When he left New York, he like boarded up one of the walls. I think Sam Shepard was living with him next door. Was working in the space next door. But Sam's gone now. Casey's fully moved back, so he's taken the whole space back. But when I was there, it was just like the narrow box, like. But yeah, it was surreal. It was surreal. And even just like the first couple hours of hanging out with him, it's like, oh, what? Like, it's Casey, and it's like a little bit like that stardom kind of thing. But then the more and more we hung out, like we had lunch a couple times, things like that, and it was like, oh no, I see him more as like a person now, like a regular person. Like, he has his kids, he has his life that he's doing, and he just so happens to be one of the greatest YouTubers of all time.
How's creating with Casey? How was, like, you did a video together, so you did the scripting thing that you went into the studio. What was his idea? How you created all this?
One, I could completely take apart one of my boards, cannibalize it, and give your board the parts. Or we could just pretend we did that, and you could just ride one of my brand new boards.
So with Casey, it's very much like, you could tell he's like a creative at heart, like true and true. Like, this man, his brain is like firing like 24/7. It's like, he has ideas like popping here and here. And it's like, for me, my sort of filmmaking style, if you watch any of my videos, it's like much more streamlined. I care about like the cinematography and the transitions. Like, I'll take time to think about my composition and be like, oh yeah, who's entering from the left, who's entering from the right, motivation, things like that. With Casey, he's much faster. Like, I remember we were shooting that sequence where like, he's fixing my boosted board, right?
Alright, I think we're good.
And he's like doing all these things, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let me just set it up properly. And then like I used like a really tight lens, like I was like shooting at like 70mm, I think, or something like that. And I set up the camera at 70mm, and like Casey's like, this is so tight, like how do you see what's going on? And I was, oh, I was gonna record it and then see if I was in frame. And then he was like, no, I never check my playback. He was like, if I film something, I never check it. I just like, I assume it's good. And I'm like, okay, like yeah, let's go with it, like record done, we moved on to the next shot. And he was very, very fast-paced run and gun type thing. But it was like, yeah, it was a different experience for me, but it was really fun. You could definitely tell like his pace of creation is next level.
So you swap the lens?
Yeah, no, he swapped the lens, and then I was like, okay, yeah, it's wide, but it still kind of worked. In fact, like, the more and more I think about it now, like, although it would have been nice to do that whole, like, tight shot, like, cut different, like, sequence, because it was going to be much like his earlier videos, if you see them when he, like, grabs, like, a tool off the wall, and it's, like, a shot of him just grabbing the tool, or him just putting the board down, and things like that. It was going to be more like that, but the way he pitched it to me, and, like, just sort of, like, shifted the idea, it worked out better in the end, I do think. And that was one thing that I really took away from that experience, was just my idea and my need for perfectionism was, it's not needed all the time. Sometimes you just really need to get that story across and tell people what you're trying to say, rather than like be so focused in on the technicalities of it.
Today I'm excited because I'm gonna share with you my personal playlist on Epidemic Sound. The music I choose to use for my videos, to make my b-rolls, to use it as a background music when I'm talking to the camera. The train. Alright, back to the ad. In this playlist you can listen to my favorite music, the tracks I have used more than once on my videos. If you watched my Burning Man video, you probably still remember this track.
Yeah, Burning Man, baby, swing city. Hi, girls.
I know now you were better off without me.
So use the link down below, well, not down below, in the description, to check out my personal playlist and sign up to get 30 days free Epidemic Sound and choose music between 35,000 tracks and more than 90,000 sound effects. Okay, now it's time to get back to the video. See ya!
Was there any backstory from your experience there? You met other people, other creators?
Yeah, that was actually one of the highlights of the trip. I think meeting the other people, the other creators there who were working with Joby. Yeah, I made some really good friends. Like people like Anish, Damina Kati, like all lovely people. And yeah, just spending so much time with them, exploring New York and things was really good. But yeah, the whole backstory behind the whole thing. It's like I'm sure you probably received the ads for it as well when the Joby contest was happening on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And I received those ads like over and over again, and I've signed up to so many giveaways. I've signed up to like ones that like you know when there's some giveaways that you know are like especially with Casey, he has a very big audience. Like the chance of me getting that was minuscule.
Yeah.
But also like I've signed up for like much smaller ones that I expected to win. But this one I just kept getting ads for it, and I was like, fine, I'll enter, because I wasn't going to. I was like, I don't have time. Whatever. I'm never gonna win anyways. So I was like, fine. I'll throw my hat in. I'll send them my stuff. So one morning I just woke up and I just like, it wasn't even like, usually I sit at my computer and do this. I was just on my phone just scrolling, just website, Instagram, Twitter handle, whatever, my YouTube channel, and then I just hit send and I forgot about it. It was like a week or something. I forgot about it. I received an email, what's probably like 3-4 days later, and it's from an account that's like Joby, but not exactly Joby. It was like Joby contest, like saying that you won, and they were like, quickly send us your passport details so we could book tickets. Whoa. And I was like, I was skeptical. I was very skeptical. I was like, this is some kind of identity theft. Like the email list leaked, and then they emailed me to try and steal some stuff. I didn't think I'd won. I replied to them like, I feel really bad. I'm sorry, Joby. I love you guys now, but you probably remember that email that I sent back. I was really sassy. I was like, just for my own protection, like DM me from your real account, because I just didn't believe that it was actually happening. And then when they actually did DM me from their real Instagram account, I was like, oh, okay, this is real. So then, as fast as possible, I told my uni, I was like, I'm going to be away, I'm going to be filming this thing, really big opportunity. Packed my bags, got my stuff ready, got my gear ready, and then straight out to New York.
And you told me that you met Amar from yesterday?
Yeah.
Was there 368?
Yeah, he was actually. This is something I didn't even mention in my video either. It's while me and Casey were looking through the footage that we shot the previous day, Amar, from yesterday, just happened to be around 368. I think he was working on the project at the time.
This is the epitome of making a video in New York. Starts from 368. Thank you to everybody at 368 for giving us the space over the last few days.
And I was just sat there on my computer, and this is coming from like, I had 200 subscribers when this whole thing went down. I'm sat there like editing a video with Casey NEISTAT, and Alma from yesterday walks in, and I just have to like, yeah, no, it's I just have to act relaxed, you know, like it's not a big deal at all. I'm like, what the, what? And I'm like, okay, now I'm like focusing on my editing to make sure he sees that I'm kind of good at it. In case I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Great story though. Great story. What's your plans for the next years on YouTube platform? Are you planning to create? Are you planning to become the new Peter McKinnon?
That's well, there we go. YouTube changes and evolves, and the next generation is coming. I feel like my generation of people who grew up watching YouTube, we have like such a deep appreciation for all these amazing creators, and obviously I look up to them immensely. So to be in this position where I actually have the opportunity to move into that space, it's like I feel like my whole creation and my whole purpose has been leading up to this moment. Like a lot of my life, it's like, oh yeah, like being a content creator, it's so like out of reach, and it's like, you know, one day like I kind of shifted my focus more to like learning about film and cinematography and maybe moving into a profession of working.
You studied?
Yeah, no, I'm studying at film school right now.
You're about to graduate?
Yeah, exactly. I'm graduating sometime in April, March. So once I finish those.
So you prefer being an amazing YouTuber like Peter McKinnon, that big, or you prefer to become a director or director of photography, or being in this industry of filming? What do you prefer?
My question is, why can't I have both?
True.
Imagine a world where I make videos behind the scenes of these films that are releasing at cinemas and things like that. Well, that was just an idea. Who knows if we're going to get there? But yeah, I definitely wanted to infuse that professionalism that I've learned at film school into the films that I'm making for YouTube, and I've made my whole life on YouTube. So expect more. Once I finish this film and it goes out, there might be some videos about the film that I'm making. So stay tuned. It'll be fun.
I want to ask you what kind of content you prefer to create on YouTube, because you know on YouTube we create what we like to create. There's not we don't work for a client. You just create what you love. What's the content that you love to create on YouTube? The ideal content that you choose to create. I know you like B-rolls.
Yeah, honestly, I love my B-roll.
But also, how you combine that with a story? Because let's say I'm in London now, and I'm trying to think ideas to make videos. I can create the B-rolls, but the story is the difficult part. What kind of story you have to integrate in those B-rolls?
For me, my story is always very simple, or at least I try to make it very simple. I approach it from a problem. Whenever I wake up in the morning, there's always a problem that you have to solve. Whether it doesn't matter what day it is, you'll wake up in the morning, there's something that you have to do, and that's your problem. Your rising conflict is getting to that point, and then when you do it, that's the resolution. Or if you don't, that's also the resolution. So it's like, I always approach it from being authentically trying to tell the story of the day that I'm living, or the couple weeks or month, or however long the video is going to be. It's more an experience-based thing, but also I also like to tie that in with my interests, whether that be music, technology, fashion, whatever it is. It's always like hybriding your experience story with your interest, and that's how I like to approach it. I don't know if it works yet. Granted, I've only done it a couple times, but I feel like that's the way that I'm moving towards approaching the kind of content that I want to create personally.
New York or London?
New York or London? Oh, I knew that this question would come. See, it's hard because like London is like, I feel like it's my city. Like I know this is my town, but I love New York. I feel like even when I was younger, I was always like, oh yeah, I want to move to New York. I want to go to New York. Like that was like my thing. Like I did a photography course in New York when I was really young.
Oh really?
Yeah. When I was at the New York Film Academy down near Battersea, and I was there for a week, and I was just taking pictures all around New York, and it was like that was like one of the best trips I've ever had.
In what city you're more creative, New York or London? In what city you have more like you see things and you say, oh, I really want to get a capture of it?
I feel like that just comes with a change in scenery. Like for me, London, I don't really get that as much as I used to, because I'm so used to the city now. Like, and that's such a shame, because this is a beautiful city, as I'm sure you've experienced. It's like there's so many things going on, so many ideas to be had. But yeah, I feel like when I go to New York, because I'm not there as often, like my mind really does like dial in and like to explore and find new things. But I live here. Like I wake up in the morning and I go down to the shops to get groceries and things. So sometimes it is hard to focus in and create. But I think for me, it's more the people. With London, it's like other people here that are making creative things inspire me to create more and tell their stories more. So
I'm about to move to New York soon, and what give me a tip for you, like something to create or something to do or something to visit. Just one thing.
I'm a sucker for Brooklyn and Dumbo. If you have an opportunity early in the morning, go across the Brooklyn Bridge. Just walk around Dumbo for a while. They have great coffee shops. They're really great area. It's a nice hotel.
I will definitely
check it out. Check it out. That's my recommendation.
With Damola will go out to. He will make a B-roll for me, so you'll see his B-roll. I will edit it though because he will go away. But
we'll mix match.
Yeah. But he will take my camera to make a B-roll. And before we go out, just go and subscribe to his channel. Watch some of his videos. Definitely watch the video with Casey because it's amazing and I really enjoy it. And more videos are coming from him. Just
stay tuned.
What's your favorite area in London?
What's my favorite area? I love Soho. I love East London. I would love to hang around there. A lot of my friends are DJs, so they're always performing in that area. And I love Covent Garden. Covent Garden's great.
I love Covent Garden too.
Covent Garden's a great spot.
Yeah.
I used to hang out here a lot when I was younger. Like, we'd go out with, we'd literally have nothing to do. I'd just say, let's just walk around, take pictures and make videos. And a lot of it's probably somewhere down in my Instagram, but yeah. So it's a very pretty place. It's a very pretty place. I love this place.
Okay, let's make a B-roll here.
Yeah, let's go for it. The behind the scenes of this is, it's a very simple transition. It's all to do with motion blur. How I'm trying to shoot this one is a little sign of Covent Garden over there.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that with the downward motion. You're going to ramp this in the edit, so we'll come down, stop on the sign, you get to see the sign, then speed ramp again, and as it goes back down, we get another clip of the same downward motion. Then when you cut them together, it's going to be one smooth pan down into a different scene. It's very distinct.
Okay, brothers, thank you so much for the B-roll, for your company. Subscribe to Damola, he's amazing.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you somewhere like in New York maybe.
Hopefully,
I want to see you there.
Hopefully. I'll be in the US. When? You'll see me there. Hopefully in the summer.
I'll be there.
Figuring out the plans, but I want to go film some more stuff.
Come to LA.
I'll try.
Okay.
Dude.
Take care, buddy.
Pleasure. You have a good one. They're like asking like, oh yeah, like do you wanna like make a video for our school project? I'm like, yes. I'll go to my room, I'll set up lights in my room, like I'll set up the camera and I'll like get everything there. But like, so hey guys, I've watched so much YouTube and things like.
Yeah, I got some guys here, they're skating and they want to be in the vlog. Show me, bro, show me your best. Yeah! See you guys.